Well, guys, finally, it has been confirmed in terms of Umchitarapana Aiden McCarthy and also Isak Cece, a player for Lemont Goldenville. Lemont Goldenville Arrows. Is it Goldenville Arrows? Okay, Golden Arrows Buffet too. We've spoken about this player even yesterday. But before we get there to Isak Cisse, because as I've said, confirmation of those two players is that now, remember, recently or earlier on, we did speak about, a player called Aiden McCarthy or two others, certain things that are happening behind closed doors because it looks like the agent is trying to negotiate with Kaizer Chiefs. With Kaizer Chiefs, they should be paying more for the services of this young player because this player is wanted abroad. Now, this was something that was delivered to us, I think, around February by someone from Facebook called Calvary, the best of Chiefs. Now, obviously, I've said to you guys that he was someone that I used to trust a lot, but then at some point things just went on and I was like, okay, you know what, let me just wait for my other trusted sources to confirm certain things before we talk about them. So with that being said, I did talk to you about it before to Sasha. Currently those are just rumors, but now as I'm speaking with you, it has been confirmed, or I'm confirming it, coming in from Lorenzo. Lorenzo Collier is obviously a well-respected journalist. He says, or has confirmed, that definitely right now as I'm speaking with you, Kaizer Chiefs have secured the services of the young player Aiden McCarthy on a 2.5 years deal currently. So remember, he did sign, but it was not disclosed as of, he signed for how long. So probably now he is someone who by uCalvaro with there is interest, and also the agent, because he was trying to negotiate a better deal for the young player because he's a wanted man, not just anywhere but obviously abroad. So with that being said, Lorenzo Kohler says Belgium is the team that was interested in signing Aiden McCarthy. Now, I do believe there was interest on Aiden McCarthy even before we started playing the league, because I remember when we went to Netherlands, I believe it's Netherlands, when we went to Netherlands, obviously during that time there were talks with, okay, currently there are teams or certain teams that have contacted Kaizer Chiefs, obviously not Kaizer Chiefs directly, but they've contacted the manager of Aiden McCarthy, just to inquire about the player and hear is he gonna be available, isn't this Fernandez? So obviously he had to take that information, pass it on to the club itself. So with that being said, Buffetu, currently it looks like they've managed to come to an agreement, and make no mistake, Buffetu, Aiden McCarthy is a great player, but he wasn't always a great player. I remember very well there was a time where we were not convinced about his performances, and we were like, okay, he needs to fix this and this and this and that, and Umfana ended up fixing all those things, and now he's doing exceptional well. Even now, he's not the best of the best, but with the performance that he's been giving to us, it's a very good performance. It's very consistent, and he's doing a clean job protecting a backline here to Lapana Emova, despite him currently having an hamstring injury, which it's going to take a bit of time for him to recover, but chances are we might get to see him sooner than we expect. There was even a post, I think, from K News. He posted about something that has to do with machine, a well advanced machine that uses what and whatnot for him to be able to, do this and do that. So I don't know much about that. I haven't done a lot more research in terms of that, but I'm hoping that is something that is going to help him to get back to the squad a bit sooner, because I feel like he is very influential, and also we need him as a backup. Nyana says with okay, we are balanced, because anything can happen with Tukiwen Msimango. They said he's back, but he's not fully 100%. And I feel like I understand, even though he has played and he's been doing exceptionally well. Now, here Inaso Mikel is someone who can just pick up an injury out of nowhere. So we need to make sure that we have at least one backup. So as we say, okay, we are balanced. I'm happy Inaso can play both positions, can play left, can play right. But we need those players. And then last, but not least, we go to Indabayaki game. Cece Bafetu. This is a player that we've spoken about, for the longest time. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. So, ngasho mina last ukuthi no guys, with Cece is not a player that I would say Kaizer Chiefs are currently interested, because there was nothing official that I could confirm to you with, guys. But right now, as I'm speaking with you, this is what is coming from Lorenzo. He says Golden Arrows teenage midfielder Isak or Isaac Cece is in high demand ahead of the upcoming transfer window, which obviously is this transfer window season, because the season is coming to an end. I think next month, April, May. Yes, next month. May, and then we go to June. So during the June transfer window, or the winter transfer window, some of you might like to call it like that, the boy is wanted. Now listen to this carefully. He says offers rejected from Esperanza, that is Esperanza de Tunisia, Royal Chalerio, I don't know this team, Kaizer Chiefs, Al Hilal, Al Ahly, and Club Brugge. All of those clubs have shown interest, but the offers were rejected. So, meaning Golden Arrows are viewing this player on a very, very high level. But I do understand. Hence, we said as fans that we are interested in this player because it looks like he's someone who can add something to the club. Now, with this being said, it confirms my suspicions. What it definitely, Joe Bangshilo earlier on, with the Kaizer Chiefs, they might say, Bona, they are waiting for a new coach so that they can start, because remember they said they're not too sure with the current co-coaches if they're going to continue with them or not. But I know what they're trying to do. As I've said before, what they're just trying to make sure with Tina, as fans and supporters, we are calm about the whole situation, because at the end of the day, I don't think there's any truth to it. But they are waiting for a new head coach so that Bazokona sign players. No, they do sign players the way they want. They've been doing that. They still do. You understand? So it's not something else they're going to do things differently. So with Isak or Isaac Cece, I believe definitely if they are bringing him in, they are trying to get rid of Usbong Mthethwa. Now, why do they want to get rid of Usbong Mthethwa? Well, number one, I think the most contributing factor, and by age yake, Ox is a bit older, and they are thinking what he might be slowing them down in terms of that middle of the park, despite him having good performances, despite him being a improved player. Yes, he's not perfect, but even the last game that he played, he managed to give us an assist, which obviously you can't see a lot about other players. So Ox, whenever he's there, he does give us what needs to be done. But unfortunately, looking at the situation, I'm thinking they might let go of Usbong Mthethwa. I'm not hoping they do, but it looks like they will be doing that. But Nakona, I think that would have depended on Isak. If Isaac was coming to Nashorena next season, then definitely they were going to let go of him. But now, chances are they might retain him just because Golden Arrows have rejected their offer. Now, obviously, if they're serious about the player, they can go back and try to sign him again. Now, in terms of the contract, Isaac Cece, I believe it ends around Manje very, very soon, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check, guys. Let me check. So, yeah, it shows what an incredible player he is. Big clubs against his services. Now, obviously, them rejecting, I think it's just a formality of things. The right price will come and they will let go of him. Definitely. But I don't blame them. He's an incredible player, Fetu. From Cote d'Ivoire. He's a very, 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 very good good player. So 16 games, 3 goals. Remember, we've talked about that. For a defensive midfielder, he's not showing defensive midfield qualities. He's showing attacking midfield qualities. What was I checking for here? A contract here, okay, runs up until, okay, they are not showing it here. Is it possible? We do not know. When is his contract coming to an end? Okay, my mistake. Contract with golden arrows. Contract. Okay. So contract ga Isak Cece bafethu iphela. Okay. I don't have proper details on when his contract is coming to an end. But I thought it was coming to an end around March, just somewhere around there. He joined last year. Okay, he joined last year, September. Meaning he still has some time. Guys. It's possible the contract here is gonna run for the longest time. Okay. Signed 3 years, if what I'm getting here is accurate. So usasenesikhathi bafethu. So yeah, 3 years, not 3 million, but now they're refusing to sell the player because I think probably they value him at a higher value price than what they signed him for, because I think they signed him for about 3 million or somewhere around there. But currently Golden Arrows is refusing to budge in terms of Umfana. They don't want the player to go anywhere. And if what I'm getting in terms of the 3 years, it's true, that means he still has 2 years, actually 2.5 years remaining on his contract. So yeah, hard luck, guys. Let's forget about him. Yeah, this is Mtole. Let's just forget about him.